Surveying is the backbone of every construction project, shaping our communities and defining our landscapes.
Watching the jobs that I stake, get built, there's hardly any places in Indiana that when I drive, I can't say, hey, I staked that.
I think probably the most cool project I ever worked on was Lucas Oil Stadium, downtown, home of the Indianapolis Colts. A couple of things we did in there were the alignment for the big window that opens up on the side of the building, and then we also did the alignment for the roof that opens and shuts, so that was pretty cool.
But what does a typical day look like for a surveyor? Today, we take you behind the scenes to explore this dynamic career. Surveyors are the first on site, taking accurate measurements that will guide the design and construction process. Our teams use cutting-edge technology to map and define the land, laying the groundwork for every building, road, and bridge.
Yep, it all starts for the most part with us. We're usually the first ones out to do whatever for the new bridge, for the extra lane, for whatever it is, and that's how everything gets built.
Surveyors typically have backgrounds in math, science, geography, or specialized surveying programs. Wherever you're starting from, hands-on learning and mentorship while in your first surveying job will be of major value.
The on-site daily learning is what makes surveying unique and enjoyable, different from any other profession.
A typical day starts early. Teams meet for a briefing to learn about the assignments and the schedule. Your supervisor will provide you with all the details you need to know about the project.
A typical day for me now is get the plans out and ready to go over with our crews before they head out into the field. I go over the projects they'll be working on.
Next, crews will prepare their equipment and pack up the supplies needed for the job and the outdoor conditions. You could be performing surveys in feet of snow at cold temperatures or in muddy ditches on a hot day. Surveyors must have the right gear and personal supplies to meet the challenges of the day, like mud boots, winter jackets, sunscreen, and plenty of water.
There are so many variables that we just don't have control of, which makes field surveying very challenging.
Depending on the project, your office for the day might be on a busy city block, an empty field by a country road, or a dense wooded area. Surveyors go where the projects go.
If you're looking to see something, you're not just wanting to go to an office, sit in the same cube or whatever every day, this job will definitely take you places.
Once on site, the crew, which typically consists of 1 to 3 people, suits up and gets to work. Depending on the site, crews must follow the necessary safety protocols. You could be maintaining a safe distance from open traffic or monitoring changing conditions at an active construction site.
You have responsibilities of making sure all the equipment is running. You have responsibilities making sure that based on what job site we're going to, sometimes we have specific tools for different job sites. So that way the crew chief just focus on the plans, what needs to get done there.
The first data collection task is to establish control points. These are the foundation your whole data set is built on. Surveyors use instruments like GPS systems, total stations, or 3D scanners to take measurements of distances, angles, and elevations to collect accurate data for the project. If you're doing construction surveying, your team will also physically mark positions of project elements per the plans. The contractor will follow these markings for accurate construction.
GPS technology has come an awful long way. It's just a gradual march of improvement in the technology that we're working with.
Once the field work is completed, the collected data is processed to create detailed site maps, reports, and models. Sometimes data adjustments or additional measurements are needed to complete this step.
It's quite satisfying at the end of the day to see, you started with nothing and now you have a model that someone can take and design an intersection or a roundabout based off of what you've gone out and surveyed.
Collaboration is crucial. Surveyors work closely with engineers, architects, and construction teams to ensure a project is built precisely as planned.
The procedures that you do will be the same, but each project is different in its own way, each bridge, each road. So you get to see so many different things and discover so many different things that you would never ever see, if you're not a surveyor in this industry.
Surveying is at the forefront of technological innovation. From drones and LiDAR scanners to 3D modeling and augmented reality, new tools are always enhancing accuracy and efficiency.
If you love technology, this is definitely a field to get into because the technology is here and is only getting better.
Surveying offers a dynamic and rewarding career where every day brings new challenges and achievements. If you're curious, enjoy the outdoors, and want to shape the world around you, this might be the perfect career for you.
Oh, it's a great opportunity. You get to see all sorts of stuff. You learn a lot, and if you enjoy being outdoors, it's perfect.
I think it's a very rewarding career. If you look around the state, all the new roads and all the new bridges and some of the buildings, if you get into building, all that's there because we started at the bottom.
I've had great times working in the field. I've seen some great sites out there, and I just think it's a real opportunity for a young person to kind of experience some life.